Tough task at hand on this Sunday afternoon in Little John. So good to have you on board. Tessa Miller jumping center against Reniya Kelly and North Carolina's ball to start things out. They're going for a 21st win on the year. Tigers limited bench. Mia Moore, starting guard, not available for the game due to injury. Some changes to Sean Poppy's starting lineup. Ustby. On the wing it goes, and it rattles home good. A first bucket of the game for North Carolina comes from long range. Lexi Donarski, one of their best from outside.
I guarantee you that's in the scouting report. You got to be on her toes when the ball gets here because she can shoot that three ball.
Tiger Ball Club averaging about 67 points a game against one of the best at limiting points in the country. And the starting five for the Tigers, including Maddie Kloos and Summer Evans, working their way into the lineup. Sean Poppy mixing things up. He says, oh yeah, we've lost 7 of our last 8. Got to change something. Shot clock under 5. McQueen. Kloos went for the rebound and a foul was called.
2-3 zone there for North Carolina, causing Clemson a little bit of problems. Shot clock got down to low single digits again, and I think that's important for Clemson. They've got to have better shot recognition. I thought Tessa Miller passed up a wide open free throw jumper there, but they got to take those shots when they come.
Kloos coming off a good game in the loss Thursday night at Duke when she had 19. Now McQueen. Tiger Ball Club trying to get a 9th win at home this season. 8-5 coming in here in Little John. McQueen with 5 in the shot clock. Feeds. Miller can't finish. Ustby, one of the top rebounders in the nation.
Gakdeng's a good shot blocker. Affected that shot.
Won't go from the corner. Tigers trying to go against a North Carolina team that allows just 55.3 points a game.
Back to the man again, Pete.
They will switch some defenses, but they are heavy man of the half court. McQueen crossing over. Hannah Cone, Summer Evans, and getting in there and disrupting the flow. India Navarre, 45 steals on the season. In transition, won't go for Reniya Kelly. Kloos, second year with the Tigers, Miami of Ohio transfer. First season for McQueen. And on the drive, they're going to count it. And the foul.
Looks like the NBA continuation rule there, Pete, but we'll take it, won't we? Good job off the glass there on that shot. Good screen there, Tessa Miller. A little hesitation dribble and a really nice finish there high on the glass.
Second best on the Tigers at 83% from the line for Loyal McQueen. Came back to her home state to finish up her collegiate career. Native of the Magic City of Florence. Stops at Georgia Tech and Alabama in between.
Clemson going a little 2-3 zone.
Ustby, leading scorer on the team, but they really do balance things out. Nice pass inside. Navarre can't finish. Tigers a chance to move in front for the first time in the early going. Raven Thompson. And the rebound won by Kelly.
Good looking transition there.
Ustby off the lob. Good catch and finish. Alyssa Ustby, 5th year in the program out of Rochester, Minnesota. Some moderate pressure. Cone, North Carolina will keep an eye on her, obviously, out beyond the arc. Tigers' best long-range threat. Miller from the free throw line.
I think Tessa needs to take that shot right there, but that didn't go that time. But I think that's a good shot selection.
Not that time for Donarski. Gakdeng going for the rebound is fouled. Courtney Bangard in year number 6, guiding the North Carolina Tar Heels. What a job she's done. She's closing in 120 wins with the Tar Heels, previously at Princeton, and 370 career wins. And you see the run of excellence over the past 15 seasons in terms of getting NCAA tourney bids. Feed into the corner. Kelly can't get it to go. Gakdeng the rebound. Kelly thought about it. Navarre the lob. Gets it back from Gakdeng. Thompson knocking it away. Shot clock under 10. Ustby, shot clock at 5. Navarre, step back. And here come McQueen of the Tigers.
Very good defensive possession there by Clemson.
Anya Poole into the game, a former Tar Heel facing her former team for the first time. Loose with it. Tigers come in trying to snap a 3-game skid. They had to face number 10 Duke on the road on Thursday night. Shot clock again under 5. Kluse the pull-up. Well, neither team setting the world on fire at this stage.
Nope. It's early. You can't give it Ustby the shot right there now.
She's a good outside shooter, 36% beyond the arc. Navarre. Donarski found Ustby. Shot clock under 10. Here's Navarre, right wing. Gakdeng. She can't finish. Second effort, and she'll go to the line.
She's a workhorse on those backboards. Got to put a body on her.
6'3", but great length with her reach.
Shot it on one side, got the rebound on the other side. Drew the foul.
Second season with the Tar Heels. Came to them from Boston College. So the Tigers seeing her with 2 different ages. Taking on North Carolina as a head coach for the first time. Of course, he saw them when he was an assistant at Virginia Tech. And at Virginia Tech, Reniya Kelly, the center for North Carolina, there this side of the lane. Well, she was at Boston College, so he had to scout her quite a bit. Out of the timeout, jumper on the way, not going to go down for Grant. Battle for the rebound, and a foul will be called. And so Sean Poppy also heavily recruited India Navarre and Reniya Kelly, a couple of the guards who started today for the Tar Heels. So he is quite familiar with this UNC roster as he faces the Tar Heels as a head coach for the first time.
And he's doing a great job here at Clemson, too. He's rejuvenated the fan base, got 98% increase over last year, I think. And obviously, it's recruiting here at Clemson that like he's done at Virginia Tech and Chattanooga. But he's got to get players. Good players make good coaches.
And Sean Poppy has to now deal with the fact that Anya Poole just picked up her second foul, and he has a limited bench to begin with and not much size inside. Reniya Kelly, 84% best on the Tar Heels, and she knocks down the second.
Well, obviously, Clemson's been at a disadvantage all year because of their lack of size. But
Addie Porter on the wing. Cone can't hit it from long range. Tessa Miller trying to save it. And Donarski and the Tar Heels. Chance to build on this 4-point advantage. Donarski made a 3 earlier. Scrambling for the rebound. Best in the ACC. Ustby, and then look at that. Raven Thompson, so much energy for the Chattanooga transfer.
That's true. Ustby tried to split the defense there, and Raven came up with it.
Hannah Cone. Tigers have gone a while without scoring. They've started from the field, 1 of 7. Thompson, strong move. Gakdeng comes away with it. Playing before a nice crowd here today. The attendance has increased immensely in this first season under Sean Poppy, up around 95% improvement. Reverse try Ustby, not going to happen. And here come the Tigers.
One of Clemson's Achilles heels has been a bad, low-scoring quarter each game, and they obviously are off to a slow start here today, but right there's a 3 bucket.
Just what they needed from their 38% three-point shooter, and among the best in the ACC at three-pointers made. Top 3 coming in. Other end, Donarski can't answer. And teammates were too close to each other. Hannah Cone, as open as she could be, Jim.
She was wide open, and a little brush screen right there by Tessa Miller freed her up a little bit more, but she didn't need it. She knocked it down.
Cone was 46% a year ago in the Southern Conference. as a freshman with the Chattanooga Mocs.
And that was third in the country, Pete, in field goal percentage, three-point field goal percentage.
Be a held ball, and the arrow will give it back to Clemson. Tar Heels coming in, they're an efficient team, about 13 turnovers a game. And something that Clemson is wary of. North Carolina can turn it over with the best of them. Nearly 20 turnovers forced per contest. They do it in a lot of different ways, although their head coach will tell you they try to hit a lot of singles defensively. They're not overly aggressive.
Exactly.
Maddie Ott, the only Tiger on the roster to have faced North Carolina last year. Maddie Kloos able to hit it from the corner.
You know, Maddie has really increased her three-point shooting ability. She's shooting 43% coming into this game.
Tigers are just taking their first lead, but the answer on the other end. Lainey Grant, the 17-year-old freshman for the Tar Heels. Miller and Cone. Not that time.
In and out.
Cone off to a 1-for-3 start beyond the arc. Ustby. Good box out by Tessa Miller.
That was.
Tigers leading rebounder, about 6.5 a game. See if we get another lead change here in this sequence. Under 2 to play in the opening quarter. Tigers looking for a 29th win all time in their long series against the Tar Heels. Shot clock coming up on 5. Kloos again from the left wing. Boy, she is feeling it. She hadn't scored in double figures until a couple of games ago when she got a dozen at BC. A couple of threes right here, and the Tigers' advantage is 2. Kelly. Battle for the rebound. Last touch by the scrappy Addie Grace Porter. North Carolina just 2 for 9 beyond the arc. Tigers now 2 for 5, courtesy of Maddie Kloos.
Maddie Kloos gets them both. Once again, that's one more pass there by Maddie Ott to Maddie Kloos.
Tar Heels will inbound with Ustby. Sierra Toomey has checked in.
Clemson back to the man-to-man again.
Bianca Thomas has checked in. She's on the floor setting a screen for Townsend. Shot clock under 5. Ustby just realized it. So does Donarski. It'll be a shot clock violation. Tigers forcing another turnover.
Coach Poppy in that Clemson bench. Excited about that. Good job.
Tigers trying for another ranked win here at home. Remember, New Year's Day, they knocked off the Cal Bears.
They swept the West Coast swing, didn't they?
Yes, they did. And beat Stanford in a thriller. Cone, quick catch and shoot. Her second 3 of the game. Scored just 7 the other night against Duke. Tigers up by 5.
That 3 ball, no matter your size, that 3 ball is a great equalizer.
Grace Townsend and the Tar Heels, you see the difference, shot clock to game clock. Porter defends. Townsend still hasn't gotten rid of it. Grant. Oh, what a nice touch. Again, should be a senior in high school.
Nice mid-range jumper there.
3-point game. Final 5 seconds. How about one more from Kloos? And that's how the first quarter will come to an end.
Welcome back, Maddie Kloos and Hannah Cone.
North Carolina just 2 of 11 beyond the arc. Ustby travels.
Good defense by Summer Evans. Did a great job getting position.
Evans, one of the many Tiger newcomers. 8 transfers on this Clemson roster.
Back to the 2-3 zone.
McQueen back on the floor. Miller
Go by
pool. As we told you, the Tigers post player along with Miller. 2 fouls in that opening quarter. Shot clock under 10. Porter, now Cone over the zone. And Ustby pulls down the rebound. That's her 5th already.
Good block out by Donarski there for North Carolina.
They go low. Thomas. Good box out Ustby, and then Cone able to save it. Smart play by both Ustby and Cone.
After the first quarter, North Carolina has a 17-7 rebounding edge with 8 offensive rebounds. Clemson cannot survive like that.
Tigers were minus 13 in a loss to Boston College a couple of games ago. Miller's second effort. And they're going to get Blanca Thomas, a freshman out of Charlotte, with her first personal foul. So Cone with Ustby trying to force the ball out off her did this.
Good hands. Ooh, that was close to the line. But anyway, good job by Hannah, and then she gets the save inside to Tessa Miller there.
Tessa Miller, Tiger transfer from Belmont, 65% of the season. So you've got Tar Heels and Tigers battling here. 4 p.m. Eastern on the ACC network. A top 25 matchup on the Mets. Number 24, Clemson. Number 23, North Carolina, battling in gymnastics. Tune into ACC Network for that. After basketball here. And the North Carolina-Clemson theme will continue, of course, tomorrow night when men's basketball will have its battle. Tigers coming off that thriller last night against number 2 Duke. Electric atmosphere here in Little John Coliseum. Huge win for Brad Brownell. And now Sean Poppy trying to pull an upset. Ian Shefflin last night was very much a part of another big Clemson win. And look at him out here supporting the women's team.
Yeah, he's got his hat on backwards.
Hey, that's right. He's got a signature. Looks like he's repping the brand right there.
I'm surprised he don't have a chef hat on. Everybody else in here wears one.
Gakdeng with Poole back in with a couple of fouls. Has to be careful. It goes around the world. First bucket in the quarter for the Tar Heels.
Yep, good move by Coach Bankhart and Coach North Carolina going right at Anya Poole with the 2 fouls there.
Summer Evans has been a better three-point shooter lately for the Clemson team. Got a start today. Grant on the lob for Gakdeng. Poole defending. And it'll stay in the North Carolina end. Anya Poole playing with 2 fouls.
2 fouls there, and she tried to get around with a great pass away from the defense, but it was also a good job by Anya tipping the ball away.
Townsend on the wing. Now tries to run on Porter. What a feed, and Ustby happy to oblige. Grace Townsend, Richmond transfer in her first season with the Tar Heels.
Summer Evans kind of turned her head to see the ball there, and a good heads-up play by Ustby, making that backdoor cut.
First game in a week for North Carolina. They made the Bay Area swing, got wins against Cal and Stanford. Bad pass, and Cone unable to save it. Well, their head coach came from Princeton. This had some Princeton principles to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Clemson cannot afford to turn the ball over now against this much, much taller North Carolina team.
Courtney Banghart has to be happy with what she's seeing from her ball club here as the second quarter forges on. After the Tigers went on a run late first quarter. Ustby trying to feed it to Kelly. Got a kicked ball.
20 back to 20 on the shot clock. That might have been a good thing it was kicked, because if that ball had gotten through, it might have been a layup for North Carolina.
Courtney Banghart 5-0 against Clemson as a head coach. Kelly, the sophomore, playing with a bunch of experienced players like Townsend. And Townsend gives him the ability to put a couple of point guards on the floor at once. Grant, freshman, steps around Cone, and Porter comes away with it. Addie Grace Porter in ACC games is probably always going to be the smallest player on the floor at 5'4", but her plus-minus, which is a huge stat, is really something. McQueen can't get it off the glass. Big reason why she gets so much playing time. She's just so scrappy. And we've got a foul called. And Anya Poole picks up her third. And let's see it. So Poole picked up 2 pretty quickly when she came on in the first quarter. Leaves the Tigers with Raven Thompson at 5'10", defending the 6'3" Gakdeng. Let's see if North Carolina tries to expose it, and Gakdeng is fouled on the push by Thompson.
Fouls are adding up.
Number 2 on Thompson. Plays bigger than the 5'10" size, but again,
he does.
Very talented center to try to defend in Gakdeng. See if they try to help out inside. Try to prevent Thompson from getting a 3rd foul. Kelly on the drive. Porter took the bump. Foul is called, and it's going to go against Reniya Kelly.
Good job. Addie Porter, good job. Great position right here. Lowered that shoulder and knocked her backwards. Good job. And a good call.
That's the 2nd on Reniya Kelly. And she's the 1st with as many as 2 for North Carolina.
Back to the 2-3 zone.
2 team fouls in the quarter on the Tar Heels. Porter and Thompson, her former Chattanooga teammate, off the pump fake. Long 2. Kelly and the Tar Heels. Chance to snap this 16-all tie. Quick pass Townsend. Navarre. Gakdeng. Good defense that time by Raven Thompson.
Clemson hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
Klus trying to change that. Tar Heels in a bit of a rut themselves. Townsend on the kick, firing. Grant. And there's Porter with the rebound.
2 straight rebounds by the smallest player on the floor.
She was among the Southern Conference leaders in rebounding at 5'4" before she got to Clemson, so it tells you what she is able to achieve.
Position's the name of the game.
Tigers have managed 1 point in this quarter. North Carolina 4. Shot clock again under 5. McQueen lost her balance. It's a kicked ball, and that'll lead us to an official timeout on the court. 16-all, 2nd quarter here in Littlejohn.
In Latson and Timpson.
Oh, and Grant just fell down. Let's hope she's okay. That looked awkward. It'll be nothing more than a travel, I believe, but she bounced right back up.
I thought somebody hit her. What happened?
Lainey Grant, we said she skipped her senior year of high school. In fact, she had planned to get to North Carolina next season, but their head coach, Courtney Banghart, saying that after they were eliminated from the ACC tourney last year, Courtney Banghart texted Lainey's mom and said, boy, she could have helped us win the game today. And 48 hours later, Lainey said, I'd like to come for this coming season. And so here she is. Doesn't turn 18 until April. Porter.
Once again, late in the shot clock.
Coming up on 5. McQueen. Klus. And will there be time for Cone? No, she didn't hit the rim, and a shot clock violation. That's the kind of defense you play when you limit the opposition to about 55 points a game.
Yep. I think Clemson so many times passes up shots. Very good shots. I think shot selection is very important for them. They pass up good shots, and then they have to resort to a throw up there with.
Coming up on 4 to go here in the quarter. We've seen each team in a scoring drought. Roughly 4 minutes worth. Kelly feeding low. Last touch by Klus, 5 in the shot clock.
That was a really good cut by Kelly there, but Maddie Klus did a great job getting over the top and knocking that ball out. There she comes. Really good athleticism there, coming over the top, knocking that ball out of bounds.
Sierra Toomey, post player. Off the inbound, it goes to Kelly. And the shot clock, they don't realize it. Donarski did not realize it. And she thought they were getting a 20 reset. And so we see the Tar Heels do what the Tigers did moments ago, a shot clock violation.
North Carolina leader Ustby back in the game now.
4.5 minutes without points in what's become a chess match. Under 4 to play before the half and a combined 32 points scored. But again, that's what North Carolina can do. And the Tigers give them credit, playing some good defense against a very good offensive team. Porter Thompson working inside on the 6'4" defender. And Raven Thompson with the great effort.
Great effort indeed. Following her own shot. First shot wasn't a good shot. Once again, those big girls just absolutely affect your shot in there. That's a 6'5" freshman, but good second effort.
Raven Thompson, 80% on the season, second on the team. And she'll get another attempt. One out of 2 for the Atlanta area native. Now a junior. Thompson was the SoCon Freshman of the Year a couple of seasons ago. Kelly out high. Looks like Tigers have gone to a zone. Navarre, Gakdeng from the corner. Kelly. Another miss from long range for North Carolina. They're 2 of 13 beyond the arc.
Good block out there by Hannah Cone, so Raven Thompson can get that rebound.
Jump stop McQueen.
Back to man for North Carolina.
That's Cone to the bottom of the screen. Now she moves out top. She was calling for it. McQueen instead off balance, but so effective that way for the Tiger senior.
So often comes back over that right shoulder and shoots with the left hand.
Donarski. And the entry pass knocked away. 2-on-2. McQueen, a scoop. And a travel.
Can't turn the ball over.
5th turnover by Clemson, but previously McQueen with this pretty move.
Yep, no doubt about it. Got Donarski going. Donarski's playing that left hand, and then she goes right, comes right back with the left hand and finishes that time.
From outside, Kelly. That's a much-needed bucket for North Carolina.
Addie Porter made a defensive mistake there going under that screen on Kelly. You can't do that. Back to the zone.
Under 2 to go. Thompson thought about it. Cone. Donarski defends her. Good on-ball defender for the Tar Heels. Kluse on the drive, went past Gakdeng and able to finish.
That's a good matchup. You draw Gakdeng out to the corner there, and Kluse, she's not as athletic as Kluse is. Good job by Maddie.
Ustby, and inside a foul is going to be called. That'll be number 3 on Thompson. Now, North Carolina was able to finally get some points moments ago like this.
Yep, you cannot go behind that screen. 1 under. You got to go 5 hard over the top.
Tar Heels trying to get it even. Look at Kluse knocking it away. McQueen wants to run. Down the lane. And defended nicely, Navarre. Maybe their best on-ball defender. Here's Kelly. Little step through, went right past Porter. And on the battle for the rebound, a foul's going to be called, and Kluse can't believe it. Maddie Kluse, the personal. And Sean Poppy at the bottom of your screen. And check out his reaction.
I don't believe he was happy with that.
Gakdeng, 64% this season. Out of Atlanta, Maryland, began her career at Boston College. Had a 13 rebound game, couple of ball games back at Cal. Tar Heels a 3rd straight road game, 1 out of 2, and eventually the deflection finding Kluse.
That was a good effort by Ustby just to keep that ball alive. That's what you want to do on the offensive end. Keep that rebound alive and give your teammates a chance. if you can't pull it down yourself.
Loyal McQueen, 5 points in the game. Maddie Ott, told you she was the only one to face North Carolina a year ago on this Clemson roster. 14 minutes, didn't score. McQueen with the deflection, gets it right back. Navarre thought she had a block, but instead McQueen has 7, and the Tigers lead back out to 3.
Once again, second effort there.
Unforced error that time. Navarre too strong on the pass.
Got an offensive foul called against Gakdeng there.
Loyal McQueen staying with it.
That's a good heads-up play there.
Sean Poppy wants her to be aggressive when she has been. Clemson's usually won in their 4 ACC wins. She's averaged about 16 shots a game. In their losses, about 8 a game in terms of field goal attempts. So when she's shooting a bunch, good things have happened. Trying to cross over on Navarre, and a floater. Gets the bounce.
Gets the roll.
Giving the Tigers a 5-point lead with under 10 to go now in the half. Kelly from the elbow. Makes it a 3-point game, and halftime arrives here in Littlejohn Coliseum, as they have been like to do this season.
Yep, I do think you have to front them. I do think you cannot let her get it down that deep, because all you can do is just like she did right there, just avoid the foul.
And you figure that's what North Carolina will try a bunch of, half a dozen for the senior from the Washington, D.C. area. Tigers trying to get just a second win in the past 9 games and snap a 3-game skid. McQueen, the good first half, scoring with 9. Miller off the feed, gives Kluse the assist.
She was open from Loyal McQueen, but she didn't have the passing lane because the big was out there helping, so she made the good extra pass.
Navarre, Evans defending. Ustby, reasonably quiet first half for her. Just 4 points. She's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Another good defensive play there by Maddie Kluse.
Tigers trying to beat North Carolina for the first time in a while, and Navarre last to touch it for the Tar Heels. North Carolina off to its best road start in a couple of decades, roughly. They're 6-0 in true road games this year. Cone, defended by Donarski. Miller, shot clock coming up on 1. And another rebound for Ustby. 6 in the game. Let's see, Donarski gives it away. Kelly out high. Ustby had a double-double against the Tigers a year ago on the feed to Gakdeng. A foul is called.
I believe that foul will go against Summer Evans.
That's the first on the Mercer transfer.
They are definitely going inside to their bigs.
Kelly defended by McQueen. Turnaround, gets it to go down. And she's the first in the game in double figures with 11.
That's a well-defended shot there. She made a heck of a shot.
That's Ustby defending Kluse out high. Cone tried to pass it away. Donarski got a hand on it. Still time on the shot clock. And Miller inside, and they're going to get Ustby on the hold.
That was a bailout with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Good job by recognizing the passing lane inside, but Tessa Miller did a good job going in there and establishing position. Good job right there, and she's holding all the way.
First on Ustby. 1 team foul each here in the quarter. Cone a pull-up, known for her 3-point shooting. The deflection, Donarski and the Tar Heels. In transition, the rejection by Miller on Navarre.
Got the numbers, 5 on 4.
14 blocks on the year for Miller. McQueen can't finish the runner. Kelly with speed, right past McQueen. And it'll go back over to Clemson. Now look at Tessa Miller playing with a couple of fouls, but aggressive defense. I take that back. It was Maddie Cluse. I thought it was Miller who had gotten over there.
Might have got her on the follow through there, but definitely a good block.
Cluse at 5'10", but required to play bigger, and that actually works on the offensive end because she's able to get a lot of mismatches. A guard tries to come out and defend her. Loyal McQueen, Tigers playing without Mia Moore, another one of their good scorers today due to injury. On the reverse, can't get the roll. Here come Navarre and the Tar Heels. Ustby behind Thompson. Good job saving it. Kelly, quick pass. And that's going to be against Cone.
If there's such a thing as a good foul, that was a good foul because she was getting ready to lay that one in. Gakdeng is a pretty good athlete to be as
5'9" Hannah Cone trying to defend the 6'3" Gakdeng, who, as you say, has a quick first step.
Clemson's just so undersized, but they fight hard. They really play hard. Got to give Coach Poppy a lot of credit for what he's done with this undersized team. We got to recruit.
7 in the game for Gakdeng, who managed just 5 against the Tigers. She had a dozen last Sunday in their win at Stanford. 64% on the year, and now 3 out of 5 in the game. And the Tar Heels go back in front. 4th lead change, and our first in the second half. Addie Grace Porter back on the floor. While she was in action in the second quarter, that's when Clemson made its run and took the lead, up by 3 at the break. Lob for Miller in traffic, and a blocking foul is the call.
That was a good pass and a really good, even better catch there.
Ustby picking up her second. Both have come here in the quarter. Tessa Miller, originally from Crossville, Tennessee. Played the early years of her college career not far from there in Nashville at Belmont. And she came into the game at 65%. Second team All Missouri Valley Conference last season. And she was 58% from the field. Ties us up at 28. Ustby, the handoff for Navarre. Strong move on Cluse. In for Maddie Cluse. That'll be a second personal foul.
That's as simple a basketball as you can get right there. It's called the give and go. Back in the old days, that's what it was called.
So India Navarre trying to snap a 28-all tie here in basketball. Coming up on the ACC network, 4 p.m. North Carolina and Clemson in gymnastics. A top 25 showdown there. Kind of a Tar Heel Tiger weekend. And as Navarre misses the second, Tar Heels will keep. Of course, tomorrow night, Brad Brownell's team tries to get a second win in 3 days against another Tobacco Road foe after knocking off #2 Duke last night. Navarre from long range leaves it short. Porter trying to box out. Kelly and the Heels will reset. Kelly on the turnaround. And they'll call the foul on Addie Porter.
Second chance opportunities.
First on Addie Grace Porter. And now 4 in period #3 against the Clemson team. So now it's Reniya Kelly on the line. 84% leads their team. Sophomore who brought winning with her from her high school days. A 3-time high school state championship MVP. Pretty impressive stuff.
That
she
is
came to them from Hoover High in Alabama. One of the great athletic programs in that state. Tar Heels build the advantage to 3. They led by as many as 4 in the opening half. Quarter out high. Poole back on the floor with the 3 personal fouls. Cone. And the rebound by Ustby once again. 9 in the game. She's 3rd all time in North Carolina, and this season will probably become their career rebounding leader. She's closing in on that. Sets the screen, and Donarski pulls up. Ustby a 10th rebound in the game. Quick pass, deflected. Good ball denial. I believe Poole's the one who got the hand on it.
Yes, she did. What we call a side front position right there. Side front defense.
Tigers over their last 4 and 3.5 minutes without points. Thompson over Ustby. That's what Raven Thompson can do. Break you down. Remember, she took things over down the stretch in the comeback win against Miami earlier this season.
Yep. She's a pretty good back to the basket player.
Pull up. Not going to go for Kelly that time.
Good block out by Anya Poole. Allowed Hannah Cone to step in and get that backside rebound.
So now Clemson with a chance to give us a 5th lead change. Coming up on 4 to go in the quarter. And losing her balance, Raven Thompson out of bounds. It goes. Raven Thompson trying to hold her own against a big Tar Heels team as we play on here in quarter number 3. Thompson, the Tigers, down by 1. With the new Tigers coach, and repeatedly told me just what a great burst of energy and positive vibe that he's brought to the program. But so did Austin Christensen over the years, too.
Yeah, and he's got a bright future in sports communications. He certainly made a difference in sports communications here and with women's basketball. The players seem to just absolutely love him and the job that he did. And just a quality young man.
Tigers getting another stop on a nice move by Ustby. A chess match kind of game, if you will. Mattiot, the travel. Clemson just 5 turnovers in the opening half of play, and that's their first here in half number 2. Four lead changes in the game. Donarski. There's Grant spinning. And the freshman couldn't get it to go. Ott able to save it. Boy, you see the game that Lainey Grant brings and how good she's going to be.
Yep, she can put it on the level. Floor. Yeah, she can put it on the floor very well. And still growing in the game.
McQueen got things going late second quarter scoring wise. Poole limited because of foul trouble, goes right around the defender Kelly. Tigers that time exposing a size mismatch.
Absolutely.
5 lead changes in the ball game. Back in front goes Clemson as we close in on 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ustby. Oh, what a move off 1 foot. Yep. Backing away.
And they're going to start going to Ustby, I would imagine, because there's something about, you know, you got to dance with the one what brung you to the dance.
Yep. 6 points for her. She leads them nearly 12 a game. Crossover McQueen. Sean Poppy said North Carolina forces so many turnovers because they're so disciplined. His team trying to be disciplined offensively. And that time, McQueen able to induce the foul on Kelly. That'll be 3 on Reniya Kelly. So let's take a look at these sequences. First off, for the Tigers.
A little pick and roll there. Gakdeng helped a little bit. Now she's got the mismatch. Good job. Gakdeng came in to help, but she was a little too late as a help side defender.
Alyssa Ustby. Maddie Kluse did everything she could.
Yep. You can't let them get the basketball down that low. It's just almost impossible to stop.
Loyal McQueen, 83% on the year. And now 2 for 2 on the afternoon.
Yeah, Loyal is 5th in the ACC in free throw percentage.
And double figures scoring with this free throw if she gets it. After she'd been averaging just over 7 points over the past 4 games. But yep, she knows she's got to be the first option on the offensive end. Grace Townsend. Kelly with Porter defending. Nice move, Reniya Kelly.
Very nice.
And she averages only about 9 points a game, but if she needed to, they could probably get a whole lot more out of her scoring.
Absolutely. Now, they've got great balance offensively on this North Carolina team.
That's Townsend defending McQueen, knowing she's going to try to get low in the lane. And from behind, Ustby came to defend. Let's see who they get the foul on. Go against Townsend. I told you about Reniya Kelly, and off the dribble right here.
Yep. Should have had some pinch help from the top right there, but that's a great jump stop and good elevation, straight up, straight down. I like the jump shot form.
Townsend just picked up her first. Kelly was, I should say, Ustby was nearby. It would have been her third. And McQueen gets us even at 35 all. Coming up on 1.5 to go in the third quarter. Typical of many Clemson ACC games this year. The Tigers are in it late, and then again with such limited numbers, you just can see where fatigue has taken over in the final quarter.
Limited number and limited size.
Back and forth we go here in the third. Ustby, strong move on Thompson, but too strong. There's McQueen. Hung up in the backcourt. Thompson.
Take her on in there, Raven.
One-on-one and taken away. Good job by Kelly to sneak in there. She came in with 25 steals. Ahead, Ustby. A steal on one end and give Reniya Kelly the assist on the other.
Really good recognition by Kelly with that passing lane.
Kelly disruptive in the backcourt. Tar Heels go back in front. Here's Thompson on the drive. And Ustby, great box out. Ustby, 11 rebounds in the game. Grant. Ustby will hand it off to Narski. Townsend open.
In and out.
Tar Heels are 3 for 16 beyond the arc in the game. Tigers look like they're going to play for a final shot here in the third quarter. Clemson led by 3 at the break. Grant defending McQueen out high. Under 10. McQueen on the crossover, lost the handle, got it back. And Townsend, not sure what it counted had it gone, but that's how the period comes to an end. But when you're facing a top 15 team, you know they're going to play some good D, and they're going to play some good O. We saw that out of the Tar Heels, especially in that third quarter. They lead by 1 as we head to the fourth.
Really don't matter. They're all tough in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Tigers did a good job getting through that third quarter in the foul trouble they had. And it'll be an over and back. I didn't see the ball cross, but on the line was the foot of Cone. Take another look as the Tigers commit another turnover.
Ooh.
9 in the game for Clemson, 11 for North Carolina, and they had, what, 10 in the opening half. Got a foul away from the ball.
They called Tessa Miller for holding inside. I believe that's her third.
So that's 3 on her, but Poole was able to get through the period with just 3 fouls, and now ball on the floor. And Loyal McQueen, well, actually, she was about to be called for a foul. I think she tripped and ran into the opposing player, but Courtney Banghart saw her player in distress, so called a timeout. We'll take one as well early fourth quarter. We noted Poole got through the third quarter with 3 fouls and stays that way. So did Thompson. So that's actually an optimistic point. Miller has 3 fouls. North Carolina, Reniya Kelly leads all scorers with 15 points, but she also with 3 fouls. That's why Grace Townsend is on the floor. There she is with the ball. And Townsend showing her speed. Ustby saw a lane open, and she'll run it down. It did look like she changed pivots.
She did indeed. Offensive rebounding is absolutely a thorn in the side for this Clemson team. They are giving up 13 offensive rebounds.
Shot clock at 2. Townsend. No, that was too easy. Boy, Sean Poppy not happy down the way at the Clemson bench. 3-point lead for the Tar Heels. Neither team is led by more than 5. Clemson enjoyed that advantage in the opening half. North Carolina's biggest lead in the first half was at 5. Backdoor pass. Miller finds McQueen.
Nice cut, nice speed.
Tessa Miller, a poised player coming from the MVC at Belmont. Donarski on the pull-up. She scored the first bucket of the game. And that's her first since. She's got 5. And then the takeaway almost by Townsend, but she couldn't control it.
North Carolina's ratcheted up the pressure with their 2 guards here. We need a third inbound receiver. Tessa Miller got there, but a little bit too late.
And it's been Grant and Townsend who've been applying the defensive pressure. Their steals leader, Navarre, who had one earlier, haven't seen her on the floor in a while. Townsend bringing a veteran presence. Virginia native who played her ball at Richmond before transferring in this year to Chapel Hill.
Addie Porter gives Clemson a steadying effect out there. She played for Coach Poppy at Chattanooga, and she knows the system.
Miller out high. After looking backdoor, Kluse driving on Ustby. And dangerous pass, Lexi Donarski. Almost came up with it. Donarski, one of their top scorers, one of their players in double figures, but Townsend able to find too easy of a lane. Boy, Sean Poppy was angry about that. I would suppose that Courtney Banghart didn't like that play either.
Right.
Tigers able to expose the backdoor cut. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson. Miller out front. And there's Townsend on the rebound.
She hasn't taken many.
Tar Heels better than a dozen rebound advantage. I mentioned Navarre, she's back on the court. Gakdeng out high. Townsend driving on Porter and pulling up. They're resting Kelly with the 3 fouls, but Townsend giving him some scoring. Yep. And they build their biggest lead of the game out to 6. I should say out to 5.
You better get out and protect that ball, Raven. Us people will have that thing. Big possession right here for Clemson.
And Cone, big time answer. Third made 3 of the game for Hannah Cone, her first here in the second half.
Good set play call by Coach Poppy there, running her on that Elevator screen.
Gakdeng had it knocked away. Kluse came over to help.
Good help side by Maddie. Pinching in on the big.
Tigers try to tie or give us another lead change. Cone got the attention of two defenders. Also trying to be patient on the offensive end. Shot clock at 5. Miller. Sean Poppy didn't like how it looked, calls the timeout. Let's see if they adjust the shot clock. As you see, it's sitting at 4.8. Got a timeout on the court, and we take one in a 2-point game.
And coming away with those rebounds on their defensive end.
Tigers holding their own close to the basket. A mere -2 in points in the paint. That was a big issue the other night at Duke when Blue Devils outscored Clemson by 18.
Grace Townsend has really done a good job for this.
Really nice job, especially with Kelly in foul trouble. And Reniya Kelly remains on the bench as we come out of the timeout.
I bet we see her pretty soon, though.
Porter and Miller with Cone, Thompson, and Kluse back on the floor for Clemson. Gakdeng, Donarski, Ustby, Townsend, and Navarre for North Carolina. Quickly in Kluse. What a great find. You know, Addie Porter, again, we talk about it, diminutive, but makes such great winning plays. That was a fabulous play call by Sean Poppy out of the timeout.
Absolutely. That's coaching right there, Pete.
So here we are tied up after the Tigers were down by 5. Ustby, Kluse defends.
Good defense by Maddie Kluse.
Ustby 8 points in the game so far. Donarski has also been limited. Ustby with 5 on the shot clock. Out high, Donarski.
Another offensive rebound.
Navarre running it down.
But sometimes, you know, long shots, long rebounds. Sometimes you can't help those.
Townsend. And
Don't
Ustby
back
was a
off
good
that.
outside shooter. They get it into Gakdeng. Navarre on the handoff. Good defense, Miller. And then a foul is called.
More offensive rebounds.
What a great play that Sean Poppy drew up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great job there screening by Hannah Cone. That's what we used to call an uh-oh screen. You just kind of run into her, bump into her. Uh-oh.
Maria Gakdeng, just 5 points against the Tigers in last year's game. And the Tar Heels back up by 2. Trying to see, I'm not sure who they called that last foul on. Thompson and Miller each with 3 personals. We're both close. And the fact that Thompson's gone over to the bench indicates she did indeed pick up her 4th personal foul. Cone off the handoff. Miller with Gakdeng far from the basket. Now we're under 10 on the shot clock. McQueen. Kelly back on the court. She went right at her. Loyal McQueen, that's 17 of the game. She'd seen the Tar Heels when she played at Georgia Tech. Tied this time at 45. Townsend, Kelly, and now Gakdeng. Pretty feed, and Townsend with a finish. What nice ball movement.
Addie Porter went over to double and just left her girl wide open for a basket cut.
Townsend was trying to take it away from Porter. Loyal McQueen getting back in the scoring groove in this game.
Back in the zone. Loyal McQueen requires you to play some zone a lot of times. She's just really good at breaking down the defense.
Under 5 in the shot clock. Porter feeds Miller, long 3 try. It'll be a shot clock violation. 10th turnover for Clemson. Tigers on the attack offensively with who else but number 1.
Yep. She knows her defender's in foul trouble. See, Addie Porter came over to double team, and that was a really good read.
Really like the way North Carolina moves the ball. Ustby couldn't get it to go. On the rebound try, a foul is called. Both Gakdeng and Miller hit the deck, and Tessa Miller will pick up her 4th foul. Let's see.
Undersized at every position.
So 4 on Thompson, 4 on Miller, who goes to the bench. Poole back on the floor for Clemson with 3. Townsend coming up on 3.5 to go. Porter on the reach-in. That'll be a second on Addie Porter.
More importantly, that's the 4th foul of this quarter. So the next foul, it'll be the 2-shot bonus. 4 fouls to 0 this quarter.
And about 6.5 minutes into this 4th quarter. And you see the foul issues across the board. Kelly, the only Tar Heel, with 3. Screen by Gakdeng for Donarski. Townsend, she's really given him a boost off the bench.
She has indeed.
Grace Townsend on the drive, 8 points in the game. She had 10 last Sunday, last time they played against Stanford. And back out to a 4-point advantage. Tar Heels have led by as many as 5 here in this 4th quarter.
Say North Carolina's ratcheted up their defense here this quarter.
Cone. Ooh, she was thinking 4-point play. Instead, it'll be 3 free throws. Ustby came out to defend. Number 3 on her, 2nd Tar Heel with 3 personals. And she was late to get there. Cone does a really nice job at catching and shooting.
She really does. Got a quick release. And it helps that she makes them, too.
88% this season from the free throw line. Limited to 7 points against Duke. She had 15 up at Chestnut Hill last Sunday against Boston College. And she doesn't take any time between free throws.
Nope.
Some will put you to sleep with the amount of time they'll dribble it and think about it. She gets it ready to go. She'd be a outfielder's dream if she were a pitcher.
Yeah, for sure. We call it a free throw routine. She steps up there, got the same 1 dribble every time.
1-point game. Under 3 to go. Tigers trying to top 15 team in the country. And back out it goes. And back over to Clemson off the miss by Kelly.
3-point shooting has not been very effective for this North Carolina team. They're a better free throw shooting team than they're shooting today, for sure.
And the Tar Heels 10 of 14 from the line.
Still in the 2-3 zone.
Clemson 5 of 15 on 3-pointers against the North Carolina D that had opponents 28% coming in. That's been a story in this game. 5 in the shot clock. McQueen baseline. On the wing, Ott. Tigers move back in front. Maddie Ott. She hasn't scored much this year, but that is huge.
That's a big one. You know, she made a 3-pointer right at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Feed inside. Gakdeng able to finish.
Gotta have better footwork than that on your pool. Work your way around.
3rd, 4th quarter tie, this time at 51 with under 2 to go.
She made a 3-pointer, what I started to say, the Miami game, to start Clemson on that 4th quarter comeback.
Poole. Dangerous pass. Townsend travels as she lost her balance. Really coming down off the leap. What a good job denying the pass.
Very fortunate right there.
Not many turnovers in the second half for the Tar Heels after they had 10 over the opening 20 minutes.
Raven Thompson in for Maddie Cluse.
Thompson back in with 4 personal fouls, but they need her scoring. And she's also been effective helping on defense. Hot. Plenty of time on the shot clock. McQueen. Thompson able to lose the bigger Gakdeng. Now Ott. Not that time. And Ustby, boy, if she goes for a rebound, she usually grabs it. It's hard to take one away from her. What a game she's having with 13 boards. Chance for the Tar Heels to move back in front as we're under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. They'll take their time. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining.
Be careful backing off of Ustby now. She was 4 for 4 from 3-point range in the last game.
Kelly from the elbow. Reniya Kelly, 17 in the game. Tar Heels by 2 with 40.2 seconds remaining.
Kelly's been money all day, Pete.
Kelly, 6 out of 14 from the field, did not play in the game a year ago when North Carolina knocked off the Tigers by 6. So the Tar Heels back in front by a couple. Maddie Ott and the Tigers were able to briefly take the lead. Coming through big. Loyal McQueen finding her on the wing.
Good job passing the basketball. She caught it right in the pocket, ready to go into her jump shot. And Maddie Ott made them pay.
And then Kelly able to go past Ott in that really nice touch, pulling up inside the right elbow.
She's been really good with the mid-range jump shot today, for sure.
And you see North Carolina holds the very important possession arrow. Timeout situation. And Tigers have put the Tar Heels in the bonus in terms of free throws. Just kind of getting back to Reniya Kelly in that jumper you just saw. If you watch this game and you see that she has 17 points, you'd probably think she probably gets 17 a game without smoothies. She probably leads them in scoring every game out, but she came in at 8.8. And you've got others like Ustby and Donarski, Gakdeng, among others who've scored more than her per game this year.
Maddie Cluse into the game.
These guys may have been here last night as well. Good atmosphere, really nice crowd. Another example of the great attendance increase this season. 99% over last year. For Sean Poppy's team and Little John. McQueen figures she'd be the go-to. What about Cone for the lead? Battle for the rebound. Kelly stepped out. 5.4 second differential. Game clock to shot clock. When I saw McQueen go down the paint, I thought Sean Poppy's going to try to tie it up right here. And teams led back over to their respective benches. Meadow Overstreet leading our officiating crew. She's going to go to the monitor.
Going to check the time on the clock.
White ball. Out of bounds, under review.
No, they're going to check possession. But
so they're going to see if Kelly did indeed step out of bounds, trying to save that.
Right.
Her look of disbelief tells you obviously that she thinks she did not. And we will now judge for ourselves. Cone had a good look, unable to get it. Poole was boxed out. Kelly did not step out there and did not have possession there. And she did get it away to a teammate.
They may reverse that, mightn't they?
And the fact she got it away to a teammate is a huge part of the whole equation.
They may reverse that call.
You could see she clearly did not step out at all while she possessed the basketball.
Right.
Clemson locked in this 2-point game. Their last win came by 3 points here against the Miami team. They rallied with the Maddie Ott Big three to kind of get things going. One more look, and does she at all touch the line? Looks like her left foot is clearly inside the baseline.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they did not reverse this. So Clemson needs their best defensive team on the floor, and this may be it.
And again, at any foul, it'll mean free throws.
But this is not the best free throw shooting team in the league by any means. Matter of fact, they're in last place. But Gakdeng today has really shot free throws pretty well. They're going to reverse this thing, looks like.
North Carolina 10 of 14 from the line. The Tigers 11 of 14. Tar Heels did a really nice job in this second half of cleaning up the turnovers. That was a big issue.
Yeah.
And that correlates with the fact they've had better flow offensively of the Tar Heels during the third and fourth quarters of this game as Meadow Overstreet talks things over.
Out of bounds is overtime.
And if you're a Clemson fan, you'd feel worse about it if the ball had been saved to a Clemson player, but it was saved to a Tar Heel, so it would have gone North Carolina's way. So now a timeout is called, and this North Carolina team will be happy to get home. Last time they played at home was January 26th. They lost that heartbreaker in the late seconds against Florida State, but they have been on a journey, so they get the Virginia Tech Hokies on Thursday in Chapel Hill, and then a rivalry game against a fellow Tobacco Road foe. And then back out on the road for 3 straight road games, but when you play Duke and you're in Chapel Hill, it's one that you could almost take a bike to.
Yeah, but once again, life in the ACC, you better bring your A game every day, every day. As North Carolina, ranked 13th in the country, comes in here and may escape with their a win, but yet to be determined.
Tar Heels among the teams that had to do the San Francisco Bay Area trek. You know, I was wondering why Laney Grant was dribbling toward Clemson's basket.
What was going on?
Because there wasn't any kind of reaction in the arena until the officials, which honestly, I'm surprised that was very odd, and there was not a situation where it could be, had it been inbounded in the backcourt, it would have been allowed, but she was already in the front court. But it took about 3 seconds for anyone in the entire arena to realize it, including us.
I mean, it looked like a set design play.
It did, and it was designed really well. The trouble is it went in the wrong direction. Best I can tell, now they're discussing things, was the ball inbounded in the front court? It was. And it would have been a breakaway layup, and then, as you see, Kluse and Ott pointing it out.
Why is Maddie Kluse and Maddie Ott trying to stop her?
Being loyal to the defense. Well, their thought could have been ball was inbounded backcourt, and she's going that way to try to get around a press. That was really strange. It was as strange the fact that everyone in the arena was playing along.
I know. And I'm not sure the officials knew immediately. Because she dribbled almost to the top of the circle before they made a call.
And to Grant's credit, pressure situation, young player, and she might have thought she took the ball in the backcourt and was trying to get away from defenders. The last thing McQueen wants to do is fall any further back. So shot clock turned off. Tigers need a bucket to tie. A 3 gives them a win, or at least a lead. Late, coming up on 10 to play. Thompson, Sean Poppy, a timeout called with 8.5 to go. So Sean Poppy, as a sage coach, former coach named Jim Davis once said, it's all fun and games being head coach, so you got to call your first timeout. Well, he's done that a number of times. He's won a couple of conference championships. But what's he talking about here in the late stages of a tight game? Yeah,
he's going to try to free Hannah Cone up, but it wouldn't surprise me if the screener don't slip, because they're going to be after Hannah Cone coming off that elevator screen. And so they're going to set a screen for her. Don't be surprised if Maddie Ott don't get to basketball too, because she's made some good threes here in the last 2 or 3 games.
Down by 2, this much time on the clock. Would you go for the tie or would you go for the win?
Well,
at home.
I'd go for the first good shot I had.
McQueen to inbound. And deflected by Donarski. All she has to do is get it out of her hands inside of the 5 count. See what the Tigers try to do here. Now 7.8 seconds to go. Quickly in pool. McQueen, 5 seconds. Donarski defends. McQueen fouled on the floor. North Carolina with fouls to give. Clemson will inbound, 2.8. Sean Poppy is out of timeouts. Just 2 fourth-quarter fouls on the Tar Heels team.
And they will foul again.
Look for a lob to Poole, possibly. And McQueen will do just that. It's knocked away by Gakdeng, and that'll do it. Told you what a factor the 6'3" Gakdeng can be inside. And on the final play of the game, it's her